These boys might be trash. They might be trash. I don't know. What a W. What a performance by Jeremy Pena. Astros win 4-2. It is the post-game show. I'm Landry Locker. If you haven't been here, please subscribe. It was a pretty easy win. I know you look at 4-2, and I know we can sit here and we can say it's a long series and all that, and I don't necessarily disagree with that, but everyone I talk to in New York seems to think that this is just going to be a breeze. Sean Mraz of the Damon Amendolara show out there at WFAN, he's usually the trash talker. Like, he's the biggest trash talker I know. And I talked to him, and he reiterated it tonight that, and I'll pull up the tweet here. Mraz, just go through his timeline. I was expecting to talk some trash to him. But this was what Mraz, I mean, and this is not like the reaction through 7 innings. If you're in, just get in the comments. We'll get this going. I'm going to try to get Baseball Spo in here. He's going to talk to Dusty and some of the players. So we'll get that going. But yeah, this is what Mraz said. He said the Yankees not getting swept in this series would be one of the big surprises in sports in the last decade. Now, obviously, he's being a little bit dramatic there. But he says tonight shouldn't come as a surprise if you've watched the Yankees all year. And he has. And he did say that to me yesterday. And I was pretty surprised by that, to say the very least. Pretty surprised. The bullpen for the Yankees is going to be a problem. It's going to be a serious problem. If the Yankees are going to have a chance to compete in this series, they need Garrett Cole to be the best pitcher in the world, which he can be. And they're going to need to give him like a 3-run lead after he goes 7 or something like that. And then they're going to have to figure out ways to win the other games. That's really it. There's not like some sort of they can't manufacture runs. This was the game that I thought they had the best opportunity to win, just because I actually thought that they had an advantage playing yesterday and then playing today, and the Astros maybe being rusty. But I'm not really feeling that at this point. Get in the comments if you want. Pena is Bay for real. Okay. I would just say he's a good ball player, but if you want to call him Bay, you can call him Bay. I ain't gonna judge you. He does already have more home runs than Carlos Correa had all last postseason. 3 extra base hits today. He's completely set the table in your. I mean, every game they've won, Jeremy Pena has done something significant. And of all the things that young players learn and all the things that young players develop, sometimes clutch just doesn't happen. Like, we sat around for damn near a decade and waited for James Harden to be clutch, and it didn't happen. And it's an immediate thing with Jeremy Pena. And that's got to be one of the most encouraging things for anyone. She's excited. She just got pumped and tried to jump in on the thing. What's your take? You like Jeremy Pena? Huh? No? You a fan? Yeah, she's a fan. She was so confident she slept the final 3 innings. Let's get you down there. There you go. But yeah, the clutch thing is something you just can't teach. And Jeremy Pena, I know Correa bust onto the scene his first year, but Jeremy Pena just looks like he is that dude. And Yuli, man, Yuli Gurriel, it's nice because it's kind of the opposite of what we saw last year, where Yuli led the league in hitting, and then he was just kind of a non-factor in the postseason. He was a non-factor in the COVID postseason too. This is the Yuli that we've all fallen in love with. I think it's his 8th career postseason home run. Yuli's kind of flipped the switch. Altuve's still not playing his best baseball, but with Pena and La Pena playing the way they're playing, it's kind of making up for Altuve and trying to, he's able to kind of find his groove. McCormick too. There's your everyday center fielder. Like that Jake Meyer stuff's a wrap. Like there's no platoon. There's nothing. You got your everyday center fielder at this point. That's Chas McCormick. So there's that. The DH spot might be a problem. Diaz 0 for 4 today, but beggars can't be choosers. But this could be a bloodbath. This could be a 4 or 5 game series because this Yankees team, this was their opportunity tonight. They didn't take advantage. Justin Verlander, by the way, hell of an outing. Didn't have his best stuff. Stranded a couple runners the first few innings. Gave up the home run, second home run of the postseason after going 58 and a third or whatever to end the season. Without not giving up a home run in 58 and a third straight innings. He looked like an ace. These are the type of outings that impress me more than just like going out there and pitching effortless 7th, 8th innings gems. Because when you don't have your best stuff and you're able to grind it out and you're able to grind out six innings, retire your final 11 or whatever it was with Justin Verlander, that's where you get it done. The bullpen too. Dusty seems to like Montero in the 8th at this point more so than Stanek. He gave up the 1 home run after and got in some trouble, put a couple guys on to where he had to bring in Presley. So it'd be interesting to see if he stays with that. But everything Dusty's done, everything he's touched has turned to gold, from Pena in the 2-hole to the bullpen. Chris says, yo, nice win there. We had to rely on surprising bats to win. That is true. A lot of solo home runs. 713 Sports says F the Yankees. Okay, I feel you there. Cap and Trade, aka Troy, says let's go. #level up. Facebook user Pena rocking so far this postseason like a mofo. And the Astros 4-0 to start the postseason. The Yankees are going to have to beat them 3 out of 6. You like that math? Eat your heart out there, Troy. Presley was locked in. He really hasn't been up to this point. I love you, Landry, and the guys in the loop. Appreciate you, my friend, for riding along on the Odyssey app. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Not to be well, actually, guy, but it was 2-4, not 1-4. Yeah, I screwed that up. Did I say, where did I say 1-4? Not sure. Maybe I said it on something else. I don't know. I didn't say it on here. So we'll figure that out, whatever he is talking about. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Might be on Twitter. Did I put the wrong score on Twitter? No, I did not. Did I do it on Facebook? Man, I need to quit reading the comments. Stuff like this happens. Or did I put it on the ticker? Oh, I put it on the ticker. See, that's what I did. I got confident before that bomb. So I put it on the thing. Pacey, don't get mad at me. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. Hey. We need some Altuve, though. Yes, we do. Eventually, just not right now. We haven't needed Altuve. What the hell's wrong with you? My dog's going crazy right now. Jordan is cooled off. Pena is the new vibe. Yeah, and he's been the vibe. That's the thing, is it's not like Pena. I mean, it's a small sample size, but in every postseason game, whether it's walking, getting on base, hitting a walk-off, Pena has been the guy the whole time. So it's not anything new. French Bulldog, yes. Big time bratty puppy. Although she's not a puppy anymore. She's over a year old. Hold on just a sec. Acting crazy. No Jordan, no problem. This is true. Pena, postseason MVP. I would say at this point, yes. In the last series, I would have given it to Alvarez. What's up with Altuve? It's shocking that he's struggling. He looks like he did at the start of 2020, is what Altuve looks like. That's not good. A lot of Pena stuff. Pena the truth. Keep the comments coming. Be sure to subscribe. But my biggest takeaway here, Dusty Baker, everything he touches turns to gold. I wonder if the Yankees are in trouble. I'm starting to wonder if maybe this Yankees team just isn't that good, which would be fine with me. Lopez said today he'd rather this go 7 than 4. Come on. There'd be nothing better than sweeping these guys. I would absolutely love that. We won without Jordan's bat. Yes, we have. Our bullpen's been great. Go Stros. Yankees fans still want us. David says on the scrolling bar at the bottom says 4-1. Yeah, I was wrong, David. 4-2 up there. I got a little ahead of myself. Yeah, Pacey's being crazy. The heck is wrong with you? Wifey's out of town, so the dog's just acting a fool. I don't think she's a big fan of me not giving her full attention, but she's gonna have to buck up. It's playoff time. So we got that. If you had to bet, just put it in the comments. If you had to bet right now, and let's say if you get the right answer, you win $1,000. I'm not giving you $1,000. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if someone was giving you $1,000, how many games do you think this series goes? And do you think there's any chance that the Astros lose? One game reaction. But I'm basing it on talking to people that know this Yankees team. If I asked you how many games does it take for the Astros to either win this game, or how many games do you think that the Astros lose this series in? How many are you taking? Because I'm saying 5 now. I'm saying 5. I think this Yankees bullpen is too bad. I think they're too reliant on the home run. I think the Phillies are a problem. I think the Padres will be a problem if you face them. And I think this Yankees team, they might have been bailed out by the rain against the Tribe. As much as they're talking about like having to be 3 cities in 3 days or whatever the stat is, with the way the Guardians are playing, they might not have had a shot. And it gives me so much joy to see this. And then look, this could completely flip, but I think the Mariners were a better team than the Yankees at this point. I actually think, Seattle could have easily swept the Astros. And that's not a knock on the Astros. That's a compliment to how the Astros played that series. So I would, all right. So we got the predictions coming in. Astros in 5. That's where I'm at. Stephanie says Astros in 5, 5, 6. Okay. So 6. So I felt like this was the game that they were going to get done. The other thing about this series is the bullpen. Dusty, I don't know if he's trimmed the bullpen down, but you still have Stanek. You still have, other guys, Neris and all these other guys are just ready to go. If the bullpen's going to pitch like this and Verlander's going to pitch like this, there's just not the Yankees aren't going to win bullpen games. There's going to be some bullpen games in this series. The Yankees aren't going to win those. They're not. And this game could have been, if you really look at how this game could have been blown way more wide open had it not been for the big play by Judge, and had it not been for some missed opportunities by the Astros. This game could have been way, 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 way more blown open. But this team's not as good as Seattle. They don't have as good of a feel as Seattle. Maybe they're tired. I kept hearing the announcers talk about maybe they're tired. Okay, I don't think they're tired. I don't think being tired is something that they are right now. I just think they're not a very good team. And it's not really surprising if you talk to people out there in New York. Baseball Spo's talking to Dusty Baker, so we'll figure that out. We know the game 2 starter is going to be Fromber, so we're going to get some Fromber action tomorrow. I like Fromber starting game 2. McCullers, you could have gone in that direction. But Frombert, he's earned the right to start the second, although the Yankees do have a lot of righties. So I'm not sure how much that really matters in the big scheme of things. Judge and Stanton have been bad. It's home run or bust for them at this point. Although both of them made pretty significant plays in the field, I thought it was really, really interesting that the announcer acted like on that Maldi double. And props to Maldi. I give Maldi crap when he doesn't hit. Got to give him credit. The announcer acted like Aaron Judge basically made a Willie Mays or Jim Edmonds catch, which I thought was just, he tripped and fell, and Martin Maldonado was on the bases. So I don't know what he was really expecting to do there. Someone said that Nick Turturro is having a meltdown. Yeah, I'm looking on his Twitter feed. I don't see anything from him right now. He's very much weird with this team. They're like the best team ever, or they suck. And that's really been the Yankee fan. Our security guard, Harold the Yankee, went from this confident to this confident to confident to today being extra confident. It's been kind of a roller coaster ride. I think that if the Yankees lose this series, I think they might be looking for a new manager. I don't know if I don't know how confident they are in Aaron Boone. I don't necessarily think this is Aaron Boone's fault, but I could see them easily looking for a new manager. I don't know what happens with the Astros. Wouldn't Dusty kind of like to ride off into the sunset? Like, he's not Tony La Russa. Like, he's not like some weirdo like Tony La Russa who just sits at home watching Fox News and cussing all day and doesn't have any joy in life. He's kind of, and I'm not saying like Fox News or seeing it, whatever, but he's always talking about Fox News. But Tony La Russa just strikes me as someone who won't find much joy outside of baseball. Dusty Baker, he's got the winery. He has a son that's like 25 years old. And he's got all this extra stuff going on. So if Dusty wins the World Series, I wonder if Dusty would want to come back, or if he would just kind of like to ride off into the sunset, go out on top with that one championship. So the Astros could be looking for a new manager, but I think in New York, it might be just kind of time for a change. Although I can't really like specifically point to anything that Aaron Boone is doing bad at. You think Aaron Boone's doing a good job? What about Altuve? What do you think of his struggles? You're so bipolar. One minute you're just pumped. Next minute you're ticked. Now you're just all snuggly. She's bipolar, man. She ain't got no takes. Altuve really needs to jump off the back of that milk carton and join the Astros. Think about this, though. There's a lot of bitching about Jose Altuve. They haven't lost a playoff game. Think about it's very similar. Do you remember? And this is always the reference everyone uses. You remember 2017? People wanted George Springer moved back in the lineup in 2017. He ended up being the MVP of that mofo. That's all it takes. And when the thing about it is that when you have a team this good, like, other guys can step it up. And this isn't even really like this lineup. Like, this lineup isn't close to what we've been used to. But it's still good enough to where the best player in franchise history can struggle, and you still got your thing going on. Woof, yes. Does his struggles even matter? Not at this point. Not at this point. Not really concerned about Altuve. Altuve can do whatever he needs to do. He'll figure it out. I think he needs to go to Yankees Stadium and hear F Altuve. I think that'll help him, because for some reason he seems to enjoy that. So a little F Altuve chant, that might be just what he needs. And then we'll figure it out. The craziest thing about this, like, I don't want to get ahead of myself, although I do think the Yankees suck. And as I said, Astros in 5 at this point. The craziest thing about this is, in the past, when they go to the World Series, you have to think about the pitcher hitting and all that type of stuff. But now they got the universal DH. So you don't even have to worry about that. I think that's a significant advantage. I think that playing National League Baseball was a big advantage. I mean, it was a bigger home field advantage than it got credit for. Although if you look at 2019, the Astros did lose at home quite often, and last year they did too. But I am glad that you don't even have to think about it. So there is that. I'm just waiting for Altuve to jump in the action. Astros still winning without him, but I just think it'll be madness when he starts going off. Yeah, he's gonna have to eventually. But right now, don't need him. Don't need him. Everybody's picking him up. Jeremy Pena establishing himself as the next big thing around here. Clutch City. Tomorrow on In the Loop, I'm going to have B. Scott with me. Lopez is moving, so I'm going to have B. Scott with me. He's actually at the game right now, so we'll get a little Brandon Scott action. He's going to ride along with me, and it'll be cool because we'll get some actual, talk from someone who was at the game, which is always good, always an insightful guy. As well, Christopher talking about Kobe Tree. Is that for Mac Miller's? Not sure what that means. Jordan, can we talk about the Ks? There were a lot of them. There were 17 of them to be exact. Everyone on the Yankees struck out except Stanton, which is rare because he's been known to strike out. Everyone struck out except Stanton and Peraza, whatever, however the hell you say his name. But other than that, everyone struck out. Carpenter struck out 4 times. Bader struck out twice. What's he doing with his tongue, by the way? Is that supposed to be like some Michael Jordan thing? IKF struck out twice. Donaldson, the Jack Parkman-like D-bag, he struck out 3 times. Rizzo struck out once. Judge struck out once. And Gleyber Torres. Man, remember when he was supposed to be like the next Derek Jeter? He sucks. He struck out a couple of times too. Dude's trash. J-Lo needs to stop asking for a 7-game ALCS. Let's end the Yankees as quick as freaking possible. I agree on that. We beat that ass. Yes, they did. Very much so. But yeah, there's really not much to say here. The Astros are better than the Yankees. The Yankees are going to have to dig deep to try to win this series, and the Yankees aren't very good. So if they're able to do it, if they're able to like instill, play above themselves and maybe like put together one of those, like maybe find the spirit of George Steinbrenner and actually have some heart for once, that's fine. This isn't your big brother's Yankees. This isn't the 90s Yankees. They're good. I mean, they're okay. They've been to a few ALCSs. They're not great. They're flawed. And maybe they can make this a series, but the more I talk to people that know the squad, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll do the same thing tomorrow. I'll make sure the little one acts a little bit better. In the Loop tomorrow at 10 a.m. Fire up the Odyssey app. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. There weren't as many Yankees in here as I anticipated. I think they're probably hiding. So there we go. Everyone have a good one. Subscribe. Appreciate you. A complete assing. I'm going to be very, very intrigued to see if this becomes a series, because tomorrow, if the Astros win, I might have to do the show with the broom before I get on a plane to Las Vegas. Appreciate you. Subscribe, spread, enjoy, get some rest. Hopefully you got to peek on the Rockets too. Got plenty of takes about that. Might get into tomorrow. But go Astros. 3 more to another World Series appearance. Yankees stink.